Welcome to this video about this month's full moon in Cancer. We are the astrologers of Pandora Astrology. I'm Jamie Kale Miller. I'm in Berkeley, California.
I'm Julia Mijas in San Francisco, California.
Right now, we're going to tell you about this moon, including what it will feel like, how to handle it when it's happening, and how to get the best results out of it. This is an emotional full moon in Cancer. And I say emotional because full moons do tend to be emotional. They tend to be, times of heightened emotion. And Cancer is a pretty emotional sign to begin with. It's sort of all about emotions. And then this moon has a lot of other features. There's a Mercury conjunct this moon. There's Pallas Athene. Pallas Athene is with the moon and Mercury is with the sun. We have some help from Vesta and some help from Uranus. There is a node of independence here with Pallas Athene conjuncting that very emotional moon. And I think that Pallas Athene brings the wisdom of intuition as well. Mercury over here with the sun brings in some cold, hard logic to balance the emotionality of the moon and the intuitive wisdom that's implied by that, Pallas Athene. Uranus is involved with this moon. It is retrograde at this time, trining Mercury's sun right here and moon Pallas Athene here. Uranus kind of helps this balancing act to go on. So with all of the emotionality, along with the wisdom and the intuition implied by this moon facing off against the logical, rational, and more hard and stoical Capricorn sun and Mercury, Uranus is helping all of that. So help might be found, from tribe, from friends, from community, all of these things that Uranus represents. We also have help and support from Vesta right here in Pisces. Vesta brings focus. Vesta is an asteroid goddess, and she's also supporting and helping this moon to find some balance from her position in compassionate and empathetic Pisces. This shape overall, we call this a cradle, which is really just as supportive as you might imagine. Because of the way that these two planets here, Uranus and Vesta, bring flow and ease and harmony to this otherwise stressful full moon. And then we have a bit of a monkey wrench in the works, which is Chiron, the wounded healer right here in Aries, squaring this moon, potentially bringing in anger and upset, but also the possibility for healing through honesty and directness. Hey, Julia, what are you seeing in this moon?
Yeah, well, overall, there's a lot of positive support going on. Speaking about that square from Chiron, Chiron is a bit more of a challenging planet, which represents, asteroid, which represents the wounded healer. Chiron very much represents wounds from our deep past. And So some stuff might come up, I think, during this full moon, especially stuff related to the past, maybe your childhood, maybe some relationship archaeology that you're going through with your partner or whoever you're being emotional with during this full moon. Now, all that support coming from Uranus. Uranus is a planet which very much represents the future. It's very innovative. It wants to kind of look ahead instead of look behind. So even if past stuff does come up around now, I think that with the support from Uranus, especially since it's in the sign of Taurus, which the moon loves that sign. So it just kind of gives it a little extra special of a relationship there. There are ways to sort of innovate, be future seeking, in how to deal with this past emotional stuff. And again, with Pallas and Vesta giving more support as well, with strategy and compassionate focus as well, because of the sign of Pisces that Vesta is in. So yeah, things might come up around this time. It might not be, every feeling felt might not be the most easy to deal with, but I think there's some really positive ways to look forward. Yeah, what else are you thinking, Jamie?
Yeah, well, I'm noticing that anybody who's having a Chiron transit this year where Chiron is, messing about with planets in your own chart, would probably notice that that is intensified during this moon. This moon is going to, bring Chiron stuff to the surface, and Chiron is already about healing old wounds. And so this moon might really be an occasion for that. However, and I'm really thinking that that might be happening because of Chiron's square, to this moon. However, if you're having a Uranus transit this year, I think that this is going to be very supportive for your Uranus transit. Even as Uranus supports this moon also supports Uranus. So if you're feeling that, typical sense of restlessness, agitation, and rebelliousness of a Uranus transit, this moon is likely to actually be helpful. And there are a couple more things that I want to say about this moon, which is birthdays that are going to feel this moon the most keenly. Now, when we describe the birthdays that go with a particular moon or any other kind of astrological event, what we mean is that any year at all, your sun will be in parts of astrological signs that this moon is going to impact the most. So the birthdays that are going to feel this are January 1st to the 11th, April 1st to the 11th, July 3rd to the 13th, and October 4 to the 14th. So these are going to be the birth dates that if you were born in there somewhere, you're going to really feel this moon. And in particular, you might also be having some Chiron involvement with your sun, and you might really want to know about that. Well, that's all for today. In this video, we gave you a lot of clues about January's full moon in Cancer and how you can handle it for best results. We love making these videos for you. And if you love that we do it, please do hit that like button, because it really matters to us when you tell YouTube how you feel. Let your friends know about our videos too. Have a relaxing January. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.